The no confidence motion moved the opposition Congress against National People's Party (NPP) led Meghalaya Democratic Alliance government was defeated in the ongoing autumn session of the Meghalaya Legislative Assembly by voice vote after long hours of discussion. Led by the leader of opposition, Dr. Mukul Sangma, and 10 other Congress members, highlighted several issues regarding development and governance in the state while participating in the discussion. The opposition raised numerous issues including mining of coal and management of the COVID-19 situation, besides other health-related issues. Leader of opposition Dr. Mukul Sangma particularly raised the coal mining and transportation issue, even as he also grilled the government on several other matters.
The text of the motion, you have said, which sum up everything, is to indicate that the government has failed to protect the interests of the state. Interests of the state must supersede everything else. I've gone through a number of judgments of different honorable courts, including High Court and including Honorable Supreme Court, in respect of this kind of irregularities, where officers were ultimately convicted for failing to protect the interests of the state, even in absence of any evidence to indicate that there was a quid pro quo, even in the absence of being able to prove in the court during the proceeding absence of any malafide intention. Now what is going to happen? All these innocent officers who are victim of this well-scripted modus operandi involving various, criminal mind, what is going to happen to their children, their family, in the days, in the years ahead? Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, is it not the responsibility of each one of us to put an end to this? We cannot put an end because they have the government of the day, whoever must have directed, has created a very unhealthy, unconstitutional precedent. And that precedent is forcing organization of the government to file an affidavit and file a petition before the honorable court, before the judiciary, which is completely false, which can be proven in the court of law. People say law has its long hand. Now, these are all too many points. I am only giving the tip of the iceberg. Too many. And what happened to that smartphone? A smart meter? One. No contest. Who is the beneficiary? We have to find out. The government has to tell. Because if I say, then they will say, I have already replied. So this is the scripted modus operandi, which is creating a very unhealthy precedence. I found it very interesting when there were lots of halla gulla, even in the ruling, blaming only the power minister, home minister. You look at number of transfers. Transfers after transfer, I have said this, I have made this submission in this August House. DCs are transferred, ASPs are transferred. Transferring of senior police officers are governed by law, the Meghalaya Police Act, which we have taken pain to pass, in order to ensure that the Meghalaya Police actually remains capable of insulating itself from all criminal tendency of or influenced by any extraneous forces. Whether it is to influence the course of a case, whether it is in the process of influencing the police to somehow be silent spectators and allow illegalities to happen, which is happening now, and to regulate this, the check and balance. How many times have the government held the State Security Commission meeting? The leader of the opposition is also a member. During my time, we passed this act.
Replying to the charges made by the opposition, Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma spoke extensively on the several developmental measures that his government has initiated for the welfare of the state. He cited that Meghalaya has been applauded as the second best state in the country for good governance.
So we don't only get the royalty and the cess and the GST, but the value of the coal also comes to the government of Meghalaya. So it's an increased revenue that comes to us, and it is much more, in fact, the revenue that is coming in is much higher. So this is also an important aspect which I thought I should bring it to the notice of this particular, of the House, sir. So therefore, having said that, I think it's important, sir, to understand that whatever process and whatever guidelines have to be followed are being followed. And today, all the trucks, any kind of coal movement or transportation that is taking place legally with proper procedure and all the documents that should be there. And there is no illegal coal movement. What is important to understand is that coal plays a very important role in the economy of our people, as mentioned by Mr. Rakam Esangma.